Courtney Estes, welcome to the Biscuit Blitz. Glad to see you again.
Yep, I'm here.
Well, before I start the 5-minute timer, I want you to tell those watching who you are, how long you've been in Charlotte, and what you do.
Okay. My name's Courtney Estes. I've been in Charlotte for almost 10 years now. I own and operate a restaurant in South End called Lincoln's Haberdashery. And I deal with operations and design and the whole gamut. Anything creative dealing with the restaurant group is on me.
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to start the clock.
Okay.
And off we go. So let's start there. Obviously, we love Lincoln's. I love your breakfast sandwich. I love everything about it. And you and I had a conversation once about the beautiful texture of your coffee cups.
The substantive importance of cup texture.
Absolutely, the way it communicates with my hand and my brain. So clearly you bring a lot of creativity to your business. Talk a little bit about how creativity maybe is helping you persevere through this crisis as a business owner.
Yeah, so I'm not a chef, so mainly my focus is always how the customer interacts with our space, how they feel, how they interact with the employees, or when they're tasting something. I kind of focus on all the creative aspects of that. So it's crazy this time. The restaurant industry is, I keep telling people it's like essentially telling a bus that's going 80 miles an hour to stop 6 feet in front of it. And like, how do you react? So creatively, we have, in the restaurant industry, we call this thing, it's called in the weeds. Mm-hmm. And it's a term that we use when a server is so overwhelmed that they know that they just have to keep going through the motions because that's the only way they're going to get out of the said weeds. Mm-hmm. And so I've been taking that approach creatively where I know that the weight of the situation is so heavy, but I just have to keep throwing stuff out. It might not have the finesse or the nice, beautiful aesthetic or the brand, but like any idea is a good idea. There are no bad ideas in this environment right now. And so if I take a piece of cardboard and I write a sign and it has a catchy tune on it or a term that grabs someone's attention on the street, that's fine. Like the tools are not important. It's the message. And so.
Well, to that point, you're doing great content on Instagram, on social media right now, and so I'd love for you to talk about that because that's clearly a way that you are staying creative and you're continuing to ship. You're just continuing to put stuff out into the world that keeps you top of mind and makes us smile. Talk a little bit about just the thought process that goes behind what you're putting out there on social these days.
Yeah, social media obviously is always a blessing for us because it's free, and even more so, it's been super important for us. Our brands, we kind of always curate them to be a little off the cuff and a little rough and edgy already. So it's not that far of a jump for me to push the envelope on some of the things. We might throw an F-bomb out there. We might be a little, not palpable for everybody, but I think
Sassy.
the real, yeah, but I think the realness of it, people resonate with that because food and restaurants are ultimately a human experience. And if you're trying to be too, oh, everything's great, everything's, we're doing what we can, like people want to know the truth. And so I think being honest in social media, being honest about the struggle, but also like, hey, it was a really heavy day today and I'm just going to go dance in the corner of my restaurant. And, people are like, all right, cool. Like that's a real person. She's doing a real job. And this is a really heavy time for her. So we want to go help her. And I'm really thankful because we've created such a, like really good, what do you call them? Like just repeat customers, like a really good base of people that, love Lincoln's and they want to see us here after this is all over. So they're coming out and they're supporting us. Well, and that's based on being a real person to them,
I love that. And that authenticity is showing up in your social posts. I love the ones of you dancing. We need more of those. Keep them coming.
Oh yeah, they're coming for sure. I'm working on a salsa routine right now.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Okay, our final 45 seconds. Tell
Okay.
us how we can support you during this time, and also who's another Charlottean we should blitz in this series?
Ooh, that's a good one. Um, what can we do to support me? Basically, following online or sharing our content is always great because it gets the word out on things that we're selling, and ultimately we have to sell to make money.
Yep.
Another charlatan that I really think you should check out, Garrett Tichy with
Oh, yes, of course.
Support Local. He's always a good one. And Corey Smith. They're doing some good stuff for Charlotte small business right now. So.
Yep. At the last week Creative Mornings event, we gave them a Bolt of Inspiration Award for their Support Local or Else.
Yeah,
so we're big fans of Garrett and Corey, and we'll be sure to blitz them in this series.
Cool.
Courtney, thank you so much for spending 5 minutes with us, and just keep the good fight up and keep the dancing videos coming. We love you guys.
More dancing for sure.
Great. Have a good one.
Thanks.